Hey folks, Ninja Tech Guy here, and today I will be reviewing the Bersa Thunder 380cc. This particular firearm is manufactured by Bersa, made in Argentina. And we'll start off with a few specs on the firearm. It's a 380 ACP pistol, double action, single action, 8+1 magazine capacity, barrel length 3.2 inches, weight 16.4 ounces, length 6 inches, height 4.5 inches, and width 1 inch. Okay, we'll start off with some of the safety features because this gun has quite a few safety features compared to other handguns. We'll start off with the actual, what I call the key safety, where you can put in a little key here and set the gun to fire or safe. I don't really use that. I keep mine set to fire. You also have a loaded chamber indicator right there. If you guys can see that, lets you know a round is in the chamber. You also have a frame mounted safety and decocker all in one. And you have a magazine safety, so you cannot fire the pistol if you don't have a magazine in. And some people actually remove that. I wouldn't suggest you do it, or not suggest you do it. Do what you want, but that's possible. Let's continue to talk about some more about this particular 380. I really like this 380 because it's a good size. You don't have to it's not too small, it's not too large. You don't have to worry about printing when you actually conceal carry it. I use this normally when I don't want to carry my 9 because it's a little too big depending on what I wear. So I throw on this Bersa Thunder 380cc. I carry it in Uncle Mike's holster, and it works for this particular firearm very well. The size, it's a size 1, just in case you didn't know. So yeah, I just throw that over there and hook it on, and I'm good to go. I'm not printing or anything like that, and I don't have to worry about it. It's secure and safe in there. For anything larger than this, I'd probably suggest a Kydex holster, but for this, the little cheap Uncle Mike's works very well. It comes with one magazine. I bought another one. I forgot how much I paid for the second magazine, but they're not super cheap, but you know, it's manageable. This gun handles recoil very well for its size. Like I said, it's not super small. It's not like you're holding a teacup when you're shooting it. I shot one of my friends' Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 380, and it felt like it was just about to fly out of my hand while I was shooting it. And the trigger pull was so heavy on that one, it was just ridiculous. Whereas this one, it's very easy trigger pull in double action and single action. The recoil is very minimal because this is a pretty heavy little gun here. It's not super light or anything. The controls are easy to actuate and everything, so no problems there. Not sure if I mentioned this already, but this pistol has been safety checked off camera, so we're being safe. We're treating it as loaded and such. What else do we have here? Very concealable, very dependable, low recoil, pretty good magazine capacity, in my opinion. What else? Good price. Good price is a value pistol. I got this for about $300. So compare that to other 380s around about this size, mainly the SIG P238, and maybe not the size, but just in that category. You have the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 380. It's pretty good. That's a pretty good deal. Very dependable, very easy to shoot, very you know, it's just a good 380, guys. You can still shoot, and you can still easily conceal it. You'll notice that the actual sights here are very low. That's one of the features of the CC model of the Thunder 380. Bersa actually makes a Thunder 380 non-CC version, non-concealed carry version, which you can conceal carry, but it's just not as small The sights aren't as low. These are very low profile sights. I can't really reiterate that enough. Um, so you can't really. I mean, you're not using this to sharpshoot or anything. This is somebody rolls up on you real close. You hit them, pop, pop. And that's that. So it's very good for that. It's extremely good for that. So let's talk about some of the negatives of the gun, since we covered a lot of the positives. One negative, this may not even be a true negative, but the grips, they look kind of cheap. They look very plasticky and cheap. And I don't know if you can hear that. They sound that way as well, but they feel great. So it's kind of negative positive. They feel great in your hand. That's another thing about this gun. It's very ergonomic. So take that for what it's worth. If they break, I'm pretty sure they're easy to replace. They have a screw right there. You just screw it off and pop another one on. Not sure about how much that costs to actually buy another one, but I'm sure it won't break you. The other negative, and the main negative of this pistol, I would say, is the frame. It's the slide mounted safety. I wish it was frame mounted. I'm definitely a frame mounted guy, and that's because when you go to cock it and stuff, that frame sometimes, that slide mounted safety sometimes gets in the way. For instance, let's say I wanted to cock it with the safety on. That's a problem, you know. But other than that, those are the only two negatives I have. It's a great value gun. I mean, you're going to get your money's worth out of this pistol. If you're in the market for a 380, I highly suggest the Bersa Thunder 380cc or the Bersa Thunder 380 model. I might actually get one of those and review it. Bersa makes really good handguns, dependable handguns for a decent price. You may not have heard of Bersa, but they're out of Argentina. They manufacture good firearms. When I first started researching a 380 to get, because I knew I wanted to get a 380 pistol, this is one of the top ones that popped up. You have the SIG P238, the Bodyguard, the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 380. You have the Ruger LCP, and the 380s. But this, I'd say this is the one. It feels great. Ergonomics are spectacular. It's a great little gun. Never have to worry about printing. You'll notice even on the handle, they paid attention to detail on this one, I think. It's a really cool, smart gun. You even have like jimping, I guess you call that jimping, grooves right here. So when you hold it, you get a good feel on it. You have your finger things, your finger grooves, which line up perfectly with my hand at least. Then you even have a recess right here on the actual handle for your thumb, and that fits pretty well. This gun is very well thought out in my opinion. You have the serrations here, which work well. No front serrations, but hey, it's a 380, guys. I mean, you get, you're not. This isn't a range gun. This is pure self-defense for when you're out and about. So let's recap a few things before we finish this. Low front sights, rounded edges because it's a 380. You'll notice that the beaver tail isn't as pronounced as the regular 380 Thunder model from Bersa. Good trigger, nice double action, single action pull. Lots of safety features. The frame, the key. I don't know what to call this, guys. I call it the key safety. Nice little magazine release, typical button magazine release. It's not ambidextrous. You can use it as a negative if you want. I'm right-handed, so it doesn't really matter to me. The magazine safety, you have the slide-mounted safety and decocker all in one, and you can see a little red for fire. The loaded chamber indicator, $300, guys. You can't beat this. If you're looking for a 380, get this. You won't feel bad. Very dependable, very reliable. Some would even say more reliable than the SIG P238. So, that seems to be the go-to 380 for most people. Good size, good value. You can't go wrong with this one, guys. A+1 magazine capacity. No printing. So if you're worried about the size, because it's a little bigger than most 380s you see, it's the perfect size, I'd say. No printing, no problems for concealed carry. Definitely recommend it. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Oh, and follow me on Pinterest, guys. I'm on Pinterest, Ninja Tech Guy on Pinterest. Yeah, I paint a lot of cool stuff, so follow me there too. That's all I have. Ninja Tech Guy. Ninja, vanish.